All right, friends, we're back again with our Tinkercad assignment. We're going to talk a little bit about worry stones today. And worry stones are these little, usually flat rocks that you can keep in your pocket and you can just grab and rub your thumb against whenever you're feeling a little stressed or worried about anything. And that smooth feeling or that tactile experience can help you feel a little bit better and relax. Maybe think about something else. But what we're going to do, instead of going out and finding a worry stone like this or like this one, gift from my mother, I use a lot, we are going to, in Tinkercad, create what we're going to call a worry coin, which is going to be a little coin-shaped piece that we're going to add texture to that we can then keep in our pocket and rub our thumb against to help us relax and relieve some stress. Hopefully that'll help us use our self-control more. If we get really stressed out, we don't make the best decisions. But if you have good self-control, instead of reacting and lashing out, you can calm down and make a good choice and help everybody feel a little bit better, including yourself. All right, here we are again, back at Tinkercad. Remember, you do need to have a sign-in for this, but it's absolutely free. They're not going to ask you for any money or anything like that. And if you've been playing around, when you log in, you're going to have some of your designs showing up right here. You can see some of the ones that I've done. But today, for our worry coins, we're going to jump into here, show you some of the examples that I made, and we're going to make one together. So here we are in Tinkercad. You can see 4 different coin examples that I've made. I'm going to give you all the measurements that you're going to need to make your own, and also the information that you're going to need in order to get them to me so I can print them for you and send them back to you. So when I was making these, I was thinking specifically about what they're going to feel like, not just what they look like, because we want these to be something that we don't have to look at. You can keep it in your pocket and reach in there whenever you are feeling a little stressed out or need something to calm you down. So I wanted to add different bumps and ridges and things that I could feel with my thumb while it's in my pocket. All right, to get started with our coin, we need to make kind of a coin blank. And we're going to do that with the cylinder tool over here on the right. Drop it on in here. We want to make it the right size. We want this to be 40 by 40. So if we click on this little corner bit, we can change the width to 40, hit enter. And we can change the height to 40 as well. Now it is a little too tall though compared to our other coins, so we want to change that part, the height here, to 5. So if you've done everything right, you should have a 40 by 40 by 5 millimeter coin shape here on our board. All right. If you're having trouble moving things around or getting the right angle on how to look, go back to the first Tinkercad video that I did that goes over all the commands and controls that you need in order to be successful with your work here. Now what we need to do is we need to hollow out some of the middle so that we can add some of our texture in there. And the way that I like to do that is I like to copy and paste what we already have here so we can just make it a little bit smaller. So we have copy and paste up here. The shortcuts are there as well, Control C, Control V, but we're going to select it, we're going to copy it, then we're going to paste it, and we have 2 of the same thing. Now this one we want to be a little smaller, and we also want it to be a hole. So we're going to click up here, make it a hole, and then we're going to click here and we're going to make it, instead of 40, we're going to have it be 35 by 35. Okay. And now we don't want to cut all the way down through our coin. We want our hole to be a little bit higher. So we are going to, let me zoom in a little bit so we can see. Instead of grabbing this box here to make it taller, we are just going to move it up above the plane. And I'm going to make it, it shows us back here that it's 2 millimeters above the bottom of our work surface. Okay? 35 by 35, move it 2 millimeters up, and now we need to get it in the middle of our circle here. but you guys already know how to do this because we talked about the align tool in the last video. So we're going to drag a box around both of these shapes. We're going to click the align tool up here at the top right. I want it to move over on top of the shape I already got here, so I'm going to click on that, and then I'm just going to center it left and right, center it back and forward, and now I can actually group it together. We have this dish shape that we can use to add texture to. And that's just the basic start for our coin. All the rest of this that I'm going to do today, you don't have to do. You can make whatever design that you would like, send it out to me as long as it fits and is the right size. I'll print it, get it back to you, and then you'll have your own worry coin for yourself to keep or to give to someone that you care about. Alright, so what should I do with this coin? I think what I'm going to do is maybe do another letter. And we can add text into here. I'm going to add an A. My wife's name is Ashley, and she doesn't have one of these yet. So I'm going to make a capital A. I'm going to choose, there aren't too many fonts. I want a basic one. I think I'm going to go with the default there, and I'm going to use this as part of my coin here. I'm going to make it a little bit larger, holding shift while I make it bigger so I don't stretch it. And I'm going to make it so it just barely touches the edges of my coin. Oh, that's just about perfect. Now I don't want it this tall coming off my coin, so I need to shorten it a little bit. I'm going to make it even with the top of the coin just like that. That's looking pretty nice. And then I'm going to add some other texture to it. Now let's think. I have an idea. I'm going to make it a little bit shorter. And I'm going to put bumps all over the top of this A. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to use the half sphere option. Bring it in here, and I'm going to zoom way in on this. I want these bumps to be tiny. So I'm going to hold shift and make it, I think I want it maybe 2 by 2. Yeah, that looks kind of nice. How tall is that? 1 millimeter. That's perfect. It'll be even with the rim of my coin. And now I'm going to make just a pattern of this. I'm going to look closely at what I got, and I'm going to copy and paste it, either with the buttons up here, copy, paste. And I'm going to move it over so that there's a 1 millimeter gap. That's each of these boxes is 1 millimeter in between each one. Yeah? Then I can select both of them, copy and paste those. Control V and Control C and Control V also work. Move it over, copy these, Control C, Control V, move it over, and we're going to take these, maybe make them a little higher. Let's make them 2 millimeters high. And we're going to just use these on the bottom. So let's bring them up so that they're even with the A. Yes, I like that better. Now let's see, we got to move them up, scooch them up a little bit. Something like that. And now you'll be able to feel those bumps in between the A. Ooh, wait a minute. Maybe we can make the A a little shorter. And the bumps will be coming up out. Now, you can see it snapping to full millimeters here, 3 and 4. You can actually change that snap to be off, or you can change it to snap to half millimeters, whatever you would like. So I just want these bumps to be a little bit above the A. Excuse me. And I think that's gonna look real nice. I'm gonna change my snap back to 1 millimeter just so I don't forget. And now I'm gonna delete all these bumps that are outside. Something simple like that could make a really nice worry coin, and we're going to know who it belongs to because it's got the A on it. Lastly, I'm going to select everything. I'm going to hit the group button, because I want these all to be linked together. It's going to take a while because there are a lot of those little bumps. Alright, here we are with our finished coin. All we have to do now is submit it, save it, submit it, and wait for it to be printed and sent back to us. So in order to get this file to me to print to get back to you, what you need to do is follow these instructions. Go up to the top right where it says export. That's going to open this window and give us some options for different files. What you want to do is export the STL, the .stl file. That's the simplest and smallest one. When you click on that, it's going to prepare for export and it's going to download to your computer's download folder. Depending on what browser you're using, there might be one more step where you have to click on save there or tell it where to download to. So here you can see my downloads folder, and this is what an STL file looks like, at least on my computer. It's called coins because that's the name that I gave my Tinkercad file here. And this is what you need to attach to the email that you send me. I'm going to put my address up right now. There it is. It's erics@peacefulschools.com. And if you can attach this file to that email, send it to me, include your name and your grade from H.W. Smith. And if you could put your address on there, that way I can pop these in an envelope and send them right back to you after I print them. All right, that's it. I can't wait to see what kinds of coins and designs you guys make up. Please feel free to send me any of the files that you create on Tinkercad. If they're not too large, I might be able to print them and get them back to you some other way. The reason I picked the coins is because they're nice and flat. We'll be able to send those back to you in the mail, no problem. All right, that's going to be it for me today. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.